It is Bynx here, back with another video. So today I'm going to be explaining the best brawler in each of the game modes. So be sure to like and subscribe for more of my banger videos that will be coming up in the future. And let's get started with this video, shall we? So the first game mode that we're going to be going through is solo/duo showdown. There's literally one brawler. There's literally one brawler that is really dominant in that game mode itself. So the brawler I'm going to be talking about is Eve. Eve dominates in the meta. She thrives in the meta, actually. She's the only brawler that can walk over lakes, which kind of makes her really unfair in the meta, but she is how she is. Her trait also perfectly counters short brawlers, like short-range brawlers like Edgar and Mortis, because they can't reach her in those maps which have lakes in it. Those types of maps also tend to balance Eve mostly since they're lakes. And Edgar and Mortis can't walk through lakes, which is kind of annoying. They can't really reach Eve and can't really counter her, hence she counters them in her interaction with them. Eve is also really helpful in duos, as she's an aggro brawler. She's really good at maps like Double Trouble, Acid Lakes, and Lush Poles, as she can really be aggro and really dominate all those brawlers. She's almost like a carry brawler in all of those duo comps as well, and maps. So yeah, that's technically why Eve is really good in solo showdown. Alrighty, so the next mode is going to be gem grab, and people really tend to underestimate this brawler, but he's actually insane. So despite his low HP, he's still really insane in the meta. He's basically a tank counter, if I would say. So the brawler I'm going to be talking about is Spike. Despite Spike having low HP, he's still a really dominant brawler in the meta. He's really dominant in maps like Gem Grab, Brawl Ball, Knockout, Bounty, and such and such. Yes, even though people normally underestimate Spike, Spike does critical damage to them, and hence why he's really good in the meta. He kind of really thrives as well. He's basically a tank counter, if I would say so myself, as he can really defend off all of those brawlers that try to come near him, because they would tend to run away from him since he's so OP. And yes, his second gadget, where he has that little cactus with 1750 HP, which can heal him by 1000 if it gets destroyed, really helps Spike, as he stays alive longer to brawlers like Mortis, for example, or tanks, because he could potentially also counter Mortis with that gadget as well. Spike does like around 2000 damage at max level up close, so hence Spike is really OP in this mode. Alright, so the next mode that I'm going to be discussing about is Rubble, and oh my. This brawler is actually really insane. He's basically a carry brawler. The brawler I'm talking about is Surge. As I said, he is a carry brawler. 3920 HP at max. His damage is really critical. It can really defend off all those brawlers. He is basically known as a tank counter. I'm sure you all can agree with me, because tanks can't really get near him without having to be aggressive, because if tanks are aggressive, he can basically counter them easily. They have no choice but to defend themselves off, and if they have the time to kill Surge, it's gonna be very unlikely, because Surge's range is too good for them. Surge, as I said, is a carry brawler. I'd recommend you use the second gadget, the one or the first, I don't remember what gadget it is, but the one where you have that protective shield until you get damaged. It really helps to counter tanks and brawlers like Mortis as well. Mortis can't even counter Surge. Surge can easily counter Mortis. Surge can counter almost all the brawlers. He's really good in those 1v1 situations. His super stages 1, 2, 3, 4, they can really help him thrive in the meta as well, and hence why Surge is really good in Brawl. Okay, so the next mode is going to be Bounty, and not sure if you guys will agree with me, but I kind of personally think that he's really good in Bounty. The brawler I'm going to be talking to you about is Brock. Brock has that really annoying range, and ever since Incendiary became a passive ability, it used to be a star power, but then it got changed to the star power where it shoots extra rockets. Incendiary pretty much gives Brock that value as well, as it does damage if you keep stepping onto it as well, which really gives Brock that damage value. He since Brock has like really long range, he can counter majority of the brawlers. His hitboxes, no, his rocket is really wide, which can pretty much easily tag any brawler and deal significant damage to them based on how good your aim is. I know, I think my aim's pretty good with Brock. Yep. Just yeah. Even though Brock and Piper have the same range, I feel like Brock is slightly better than Piper with his damage as well, and how annoying he is basically. Piper, it takes a lot of skill to aim with Piper as well. Brock takes a little bit less skill, but still, Brock is really valuable in the meta. His super can also really defend off all of those brawlers that are trying to come to him and kill him, hence why Brock is really good in Bounty. Alright, the next mode is going to be Heist, and you may not believe what I'm going to say, but it's actually going to be pretty believable by most of the community of what brawler I'm about to say here. So the brawler I'm going to be talking about is Daryl. I know, he's a tank. Why would tanks be good on really long range maps? Well, still, look. Daryl is really good in Heist overall. He's good on both long range and close range maps, like Pit Stop and Bridge Too Far. Pit Stop, since it's closed, Daryl has all that range and can really counter brawlers as well. He can get past them easily as well. In maps like Bridge Too Far, I know that the map is open, but since Bridge Too Far has a lake, Daryl can easily extend his super range by going across the lake and going near the safe to do his critical damage. Daryl does really significant damage on the safe, and with his first gadget where it twists Daryl shots as well. If you can do it correctly enough, then you're able to do 6,000 damage in one gadget, which is pretty good. I can't do that myself. I can only do like 1,600, but still. Daryl really carries in Hot Zone as well. It's also hard to counter him as he's a tank and he has a lot of HP, hence why Daryl is the best in Hot Zone. Okay, so the next mode is going to be Knockout, and the brawler that is really OP in Knockout. When I say OP, he's really OP. The brawler I'm going to be talking about is Grom. Grom as a brawler is like, I'm pretty sure, the best or maybe top 3 best thrower in meta right now. Grom does a significant amount of damage and he gets a ton of value. He can really thrive in those 1v1 situations as well against almost any brawler. Since these knockout maps basically have a lot of walls, Grom can easily pinch all those brawlers significantly. And yes, even though Grom got nerfed and buffed and then got nerfed again a little bit, Grom still continues to thrive in the meta as well. His super also gives him that valuable damage as well, as it can also break walls and pretty much help you in any situation. Grom is also good in modes like Brawl Ball, Hot Zone, Gem Grab, Bounty, Solo Showdown. Pretty much good in almost all the modes actually. Hence that is why Grom is the best brawler to use in Knockout. Alright, so the next mode is Hot Zone, and you may think that, Stu is probably the best brawler in Hot Zone, or Gale or something like that. In fact, no, they're like top 5. They're not the best brawlers, but as I said, this brawler is probably the best in Hot Zone, if not any other game mode, but preferably Hot Zone. This brawler I'm going to be talking about is Penny. Penny really gets an insane amount of value in Hot Zone, mainly because of her turret. So if enemies just try to push onto the zone, then her turret really helps defend them off, and that's how enemies struggle to defend the zone for themselves. And yeah, Penny really gets that value from her turret. Also the gadget where she has that barrel and can deal more splash damage when she goes behind it. That can also really give her value for countering brawlers as well, hence why Penny is the best in Hot Zone. So moving on to the second last mode, we're going to be doing Basketball as the best brawler. I feel like Colette is the best brawler in Basketball. I've literally seen her in like at least 95% of my Basketball games. Colette really thrives in Basketball. Her star power, which can push enemies away, really helps her defend the enemy team from scoring goals, and it kind of makes it easier for her to shoot goals in as well. as she can really push them back and enemies kind of struggle to kill her as well. Colette can charge her super really quickly, which makes her pretty valuable as well. If she supers 2 brawlers at a time, then she can regain her super back, hence why Colette is really good at basketball. Okay, I honestly don't know why I'm doing this mode, but the last mode's going to be duels. I really don't think there's a strategy here. I really don't think there is a best brawler here. All I'll say is, since you know these duels maps are so bad, I'm sure like basically everyone will can agree with me. I suggest you use like at least mainly throwers. Don't have a full team comp of all throwers because you're technically going to lose most of the time anyway. So I'd suggest you have like around 1 or 2 throwers and then like 1 tank or 1 good brawler that can actually thrive in the map. So yeah, there's not really much to explain in duels, but yeah, I guess just mainly use throwers like Barley or something. And anyways, yeah, there's not really much of a strat to duels. So yeah. Okay everyone, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you agree with what I said. Please be sure to like and subscribe and share my videos around. Please turn on the notification bell to not miss out on any banger uploads, and have a good rest of your week guys. See you guys next time. Peace.
Fuck your cuties beat.